Welcome to Media Men Online. I am Dan. This is Isaiah.
Yo, yo.
So these are the top 5 weekend box office numbers domestically for January 13th, 2023 to January 15th, 2023. I was listening to a previous video we did where my brain couldn't really accept that it was 2023. And yeah, while I was editing it. Yeah. All right. So number 5, we have a brand new movie, and it is called Plane. And obviously, no previous numbers. The total box office earnings for its first weekend, 10,265,000. And in comparison to Uncharted, which is, I could see the comparison there, 44 million. So, I mean, Uncharted obviously had the history of, the video game behind it, even though...
I'll say that was a negative for me.
Yeah. It was a pretty solid movie if it wasn't called Uncharted, but I think the reason they do that is because more people will see it because it's called Uncharted. So, in terms of Plane, please go out there and see it if you like old school style action movies, because that's all this was. It wasn't a lot of CGI, a lot of practical effects. It's a military, like they land on an island. The plane crashes, they land on an island, and it's a militaristic society ungoverned by any like major government. So they kind of play by their own rules. It's quite good.
Yeah, I didn't have any intention on seeing it, but since you said you liked it a bunch, and after Top Gun Maverick, I gotta take a look at these movies.
Yep, review coming up on the channel this coming Wednesday, so you'll hear my rating then.
And number 4 on this list is the Tom Cruise movie, or not Tom Cruise, geez, the other Tom, the Tom Hanks movie.
I like that.
I wish it was a Tom Cruise
other
movie.
Tom. Yeah.
Imagine a Man Called Otto with Tom Cruise instead of Tom Hanks. That'd be a completely different kind of movie. But it is number 4. Previous ranking was 4. It's been out for 3 weeks. It made just about under 13 million at the box office, which is up from its 4.2 million last week. I noticed it went up by 90% or 900% theaters wise. So it released in more theaters, which is why it's going up. Like I said, I haven't heard anything about this movie at all, which is kind of...
We have both heard a lot of good things about this next one, and I swear last week I said I was going to watch it this week, but this time for real. Number 3, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Previous rank of 3. This is its 4th week out, and it's still making money because it is up a little bit from last week. Previous earnings 13.5 million, current earnings 14.5 million. So still holding strong. Go see Puss in Boots. Go see Plane and then Puss in Boots in some sort of order. Yeah, but I'm excited for this one.
Isn't it good to have some actually good movies up on this list?
Yeah.
Because I'd say, speaking of good movies, number 2, we have Megan. It was number 2 last week. It's been out for 2 weeks. Its previous box office earnings were 30.4 million, and now it's at, for this weekend, 18.3 million. Now that's, a little bit of a dip. That's the dip that we normally see for movies like this. It's still holding out at number 2. I mean, it's doing pretty well against its small budget of 5 million or something. So I think they already greenlit a sequel or something for this movie.
Yeah, Isaiah and I talked extensively about this movie, and it's pretty good. Now, I thought it was a little bit above average, but it's definitely worth a watch. And a sequel would be interesting to see where they go based on how it ended up. And number 1.
I wonder what this one is.
Black Panther Avatar: The Way of the Water, or The Way of Water, whatever. Previous ranking 1, 5th week out. It has been rank 1 every single week. Total box office earnings last weekend of 45.8 million. Oh my God. And a current earnings of 32.8. We're starting to chip away at this. I think a couple more weeks. I mean, it'll still be in the top 5 for the next 5 years, but for some reason, China really loves this movie. But domestically, 574 million, internationally, 1.3 billion. for a total of 1.93 billion so far, which holy shit.
Let's just say that like the budget for this movie is just like it's gonna make like Avatar 2 where it's like the budget was probably about $1 billion or something, so that's just not even including advertising and whatnot. So it's like percentage wise it's not making nearly as much.
It is 9th all time currently in the worldwide box office. I don't think it's going to reach Avatar 1. It'll probably be up maybe around 4 or 5 by the time it's done, but it's got a ways to go. It's only about halfway to Avatar 1.
I mean, I think it's a better movie than Avatar 1. Not that that's saying much, but
All right, so now we're going to move on and we're going to talk about the upcoming movies for January 20th for today, January 20th, 2023. Previous movie on our list, Alice Darling, had a limited release, and this is where we get the nationwide release. So if you are interested in seeing it, it'll be in your theaters on January 20th.
Yeah, I don't see it on the coming soon in the Regal app, but maybe that'll change. For the first brand new movie coming out is Missing. This is a drama thriller from Sony Pictures. When her mother disappears while on vacation in Colombia with her new boyfriend, June's search for answers is hindered by international red tape. Stuck thousands of miles away in Los Angeles, June creatively uses all of the latest technology at her fingertips to try and find her before it's too late. Now, in case you haven't seen a trailer for this movie, this is following the recent trend of it takes place entirely on like a phone screen or of the sort.
Yeah, you see the like Unfriended movies screen. Or?
I've seen those, and then there was another movie called, I think it's like Searching or something, from the same like director or studio.
Yeah, the Unfriended movies are quite solid, actually.
See, I didn't like any of them.
You saw them both?
Yep, Unfriended and Unfriended Dark Web. And
so this one to me looks like a combination of Unfriended and did you ever see the movie Breakdown from 1997? You probably weren't alive yet, but
I was alive, but I did not see it.
That is an excellent movie out there. Check it out. Breakdown, Kurt Russell, 1997. Fantastic movie. It looks like a combo of those two to me.
I did get to see Missing, or I guess a little over a week ago. It was like the mystery movie that they had at Regal.
Yep.
And as somebody who had zero intention on watching this movie, I was rather surprised.
All right, so next up we have Blaze, which is an animation drama. So it's mostly live action with some animation sprinkled in. It's by Gravitas Ventures. After accidentally witnessing a violent crime, a young girl is left catatonic with shock and struggles to make sense of what she saw, ultimately finding renewal.
That sounds
inestimable world of her own imagination. When they say violent crime, they kind of show this guy attacking a girl in an alleyway. Does he like sexually assault her, or does he murder her?
I think he murders her because it shows that same alley with her walking down it, and there's like a corpse of a woman, and then she sees like the person crawling out of the mountain. So maybe she kills her, or maybe she doesn't see the full crime and it's part of her imagination. I'm not sure.
A lot of the trailer shows a heavy like mental health angle. I think the movie, which I know it's not going to go this direction, I can already tell by the trailer how it's trying to be super wholesome instead of more weird than anything. But I think it would be infinitely more interesting if she was actually crazy.
And next we have That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, Scarlet Bond. This is an anime movie from Crunchyroll. It's, obviously from the series That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. Basically, the synopsis that they gave for the movie was just the synopsis for the show, which is a corporate worker. Mikami is stabbed by a random killer, and he is then reborn into an alternate world. But he is reborn as a slime. He is thrown into the world with the name Rimuru, and he begins his quest to create a world that's welcoming to all races. For the movie itself, it's about like them going to a specific area and one of the Oni's like brother, I think. And I looked up the movie because I wanted to know. It's not based off of any previous work. It's written by the same guy who writes the light novels and whatnot. But
they do have a dub coming, which I'll probably go and see this because I haven't really experienced the show at all, and I guess I'll get a taste of it with a hour and a half movie, but probably going to go and see this. Next up, we have New Gods, Young John. It is an animation action. Now, this one's full animation by Studio G Kids. 1,500 years after the War of Gods, the heaven declined. Yang Jian, the god of Erlong, made a living by working as a catcher. One day, Yang Jian was ordered to hunt down a young man, his own nephew. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll say the animation.
Names aside, yeah, the animation looks good, but I'm just gonna not watch any more trailers for this because I feel like the trailer is giving away a lot of the story. Like, I wish I would have just seen like a 10-second clip of this because it looks cool enough to where I'm interested. But any more trailers, you know how they'll do like a second and third trailer with more stuff?
Oh, and
will completely ruin this.
Yeah. I forget. I watched a movie that showed a second trailer to something, and it's just like, man, I wish I really didn't see that.
Yeah.
I forget what movie it was. When I was at Megan, they showed a trailer for like a trailer number 2 for a movie. And
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, okay.
I saw a second trailer for Knock at the Cabin.
Oh no.
Do not, like, if you see a second a trailer pop up in front of Megan for Knock at the Cabin, close your eyes, plug your ears. Last, and we have When You Finish Saving the World. Now, some notable cast members are Julianne Moore and Finn Wolfhard. It's written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg. I guess it's his directorial debut. It's a comedy from A24. This movie did not look like an A24 movie at all from the trailer. But Evan and her oblivious son Ziggy seek out replacements for each other as Evan desperately tries to parent an unassuming teenager at her shelter, while Ziggy fumbles through his pursuit of a brilliant young woman at school.
I think out of all the movies we've done over the past couple weeks, this is the one I'm least interested in. Let us know what movie you're most interested in. Maybe it's something that we didn't even have on this list because there were so many. So let us know down below. Let us know if you'd like us to review anything else. All right, well, on that note, we will catch you guys later with more stuff.
More numbers.